All right, Shalom. It's Brother Kaya from GMS New Orleans coming back at you with another quick hit. Prior to getting started, as I always do, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Agams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the who feel elect, then to those that cleave to the body. I just want to take a deeper look into, well, actually, when you really look into the climate crisis, all right, these heat waves, these different end time prophecies that were spoken about, that would compass the people in the latter days, all right, there's a deeper look. There's something more to this agenda. Now, there's a climate crisis agenda. You had years ago, not years, but just a while back, you had Bill Gates speaking about blocking out the sun. Okay, you got different campaigns of Kamala Harris, speaking about climate change. All right, so this has been on the radar lately with the climate change, and it's been record-breaking heat. Okay, concerning, in different places, like Phoenix. All right, I believe the heat index reached 152 degrees in the Middle East. So that's clearly an agenda here, right? Which they are combining climate change with population reduction, all right, which actually makes no sense because the Lord created the ordinance and different things like that to pretty much coincide with the people, cause people to, get certain medicinal purposes from the sun, right? We get our melanin and different things like that. So what would cause the things that are ordinance of the Lord to actually start to hurt and kill people? Because obviously, this devil, they have all these left hand devices, right? The HARP and these different things stirring up the climate, global warming, and all these different things. But the Lord put these things in as a sign, all right, for the times that's coming. And there's real fire that's gonna come to the earth. Okay, you got in a New York Post, right? Let's see if I could get it right here. Nobody knows who that is. She's the vice president. Reduce population, I believe. She accidentally said it, but I think she tried to mean reduce pollution, but you just don't, you don't mix the two up. What's going on here, man? Just trying to get it over there so I get. This is in the New York Post. It says Vice President Kamala Harris on Friday called the U.S. to reduce population in an effort to combat climate change. Now, you don't really have to combat climate change because the sun, the moon, everything is in its ordinance. It comes down, and the time it comes down, and it goes up, and the time it go up. I'm preferably speaking of the sun because of the heat waves and that heat index as of late been groundbreaking, man. All right, nobody's talking about this, man. You get in your car, it says 113 outside. That's on a regular day's basis, man. All right, your air conditioner struggling to, cool the house down. It's different. This has been different this year, and obviously out there in Phoenix, which I had the opportunity to just kind of go out there and get with them brothers on a little trip down there, man, in the heat. And was it Las Vegas or around that area right there? Man, the heat actually grab you and hug you out there, man. So I know it's on a different type. It's a dry heat out there. All right, but down south where we at, it's real humid. So Jake just sweating bricks all day, man. Regardless of the air conditioning or whatever. But anyways, back to Kamala Harris. In an effort to combat climate change, but she meant to say reduce pollution, right? She say reduce population, according to the White House, all right? Which, again, all these things is done as a vice of the wicked, a device of the wicked, okay? And their attempt to basically usher in, you know, their crowning achievement, man. We're not ignorant. Combat climate change. When did we have to battle with the seasons of the Lord? Right? The seasons of the Lord is in the order, right? The climate change according to the season. Right? It get cold, warm, fall, winter, right? For the sake of man. You know, the order that the Lord put it in is a balance in which, you know, the Lord want everything to work in its order, man. But chiefly the sun. Chiefly the sun. Matter of fact, let me get this right. I think it's prayer Azariah or whatnot. No, one. Or the three holy children, right? I think it's 1:40. Yeah, it says, O ye sun and moon, bless the Lord, praise and exalt him forever. Okay? The fire and heat. Well, matter of fact, jump to 45. O ye winter and summer, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him forever. Right? Whether it's hot and cold, the fire and the heat, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever. So the Lord is exonerated through the things that he created, the seasons and the times, all right, that he done. Okay, it actually praise and worship him. It beseeches the Lord. Okay, so the times on the earth, right now with the sun scorching, you know, the levels of the temperatures raising up, it's just actually is getting the earth ready to feel that scorch or that heat of that real fire that's coming. All right. You know, again, it's a whipping. The Lord, you know, the Lord intend to really do something with this place, man. All right. According to the scripture. Now I won't get into. Let me get into these. I'll bring out a couple more precepts. I want to get out into a couple of these articles. Now I ain't gonna be long. I'll just get to the point. This is from the New York Intelligencer. It says climate change, July 19, 2023. 7 eye-popping numbers from the worldwide heat wave. All right. It says the extreme temperatures experienced on Earth this month have shattered so many records that it is getting hard to keep track, which has never been heard of. All right. Oh man, the sun is getting closer to Earth. All right. We got to combat climate change. We got to do this. We got to do that. No, man. The sun is still where it's at in the earth, man. It ain't get closer. It ain't get further away. All the ordinances are obedient unto the Lord, man. All right. This is just the hand of the Lord working that work in our day. You know, whether you understand it or not. Okay, the Lord doing his thing. It says that it is getting harder to keep track. The first full week in July was the hottest global average temperature ever recorded. Global average. That's around the globe. All right. And these devils been, you know, messing with those tectonic plates and different things like that, which ultimately get at Earth's soil and, you know, and different things. I'm not an expert in it, but I understand how it works. All right. Draining the oil. You know, just sucking the oil out the earth and, you know, the different nutrients that actually, you know, help the earth push forward. You know, it bring forth this reason of what it was set up to do. right? These devils have completely destroyed the infrastructure of the earth, man, the earth's core, all right? So what it's doing is fighting back. That's why they have these volcanoes, wildfires, all right? Under the earth is fire, man. You know, not a fireplace of hell, but generally it can start a fire, man. Okay? When you rubbing up against something, you keep rubbing, what happened? It starts a fire, man. And this devil been rubbing the earth wrong, man. All right? And that's why the sun, the ordinance of the Lord is actually angry with the wicked that's in charge, you know. But that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, the Lord is angry with them. But it says, the hottest global average temperature ever recorded, and experts expect that July will be the hottest month in 120,000 years. Now, you get into the numbering of the times of 120,000 years. I mean, come on, man. You know, Edom just sometimes he just get out the way with it. He should just say the hottest ever. All right. Who knows? Yeah, I don't believe the earth is 120,000 years old. Like, it's just, you know, but whatever. All right. They have a couple studies where you can kind of track the time of the earth, but hey, it's in the hands of the Lord, you know. Brothers done did breakdowns on it, you know, different things like that. The elders in Dallas, I believe is Elder Ariala. You know, you can find some of the information on this, man. But at the end of the day, all right, this devil just be lying. He could have just said July will be the hottest month ever known to man, you know. And with CO2 emissions trapping more and more heat in the atmosphere with each passing year, these intense summers are not going anywhere. You got the forever chemicals in the water, right? So the tap water that you drink of the earth is polluted. The bottled water is polluted with chemicals. All right, so, you know, this devil just squeezing all that juice, squeezing us as great as he can, man. All right? And this is getting to the point that where the Lord going to return. So we going to see greater things than this, man. You going to see hot summers, extra cold winters, right? You had that on Operation Dark Winter. All right? Listen, this devil got something for every season, man. And that's the hand of the Lord on you people, all right, because you've been rebellious unto the Lord, man. All right, so the Lord is using the wicked and the earth to get his message across to you Jakes, man, chiefly. All right, 2/3 of our people, all right, and you know, those that will rebel against the Lord, because the righteous gonna get it right. All right, the ones that believe they're getting it right. They understanding the things happening in the earth that the Lord is about to return. It says, and we focusing more, you know, directly on the heat. I'm gonna get a couple scriptures about the sun. All right, it says, and more heat in the atmosphere with each passing year. These intense summers are not going anywhere. To help map what scientists are calling the uncharted territory of our new climate reality, right? And technically, if the climate remains the same with this heat, or it grew even hotter, you know, the degrees get higher, then obviously you're gonna have dehydration deaths. You're gonna have sunburn deaths. You know, just, I mean, when you typically think like the Lord or allow it to do as such, but you know, it's not really a new climate reality. It's just the fierceness of the Lord on these people, man. That's making the Lord raise his intensity up towards his mindset towards this earth, man, because it's wicked. It says below are some glimpse into the staggering temperatures that millions across the world are facing right now. So this is a global thing, right? And who is in charge of the earth? The wicked. It says the heat index is above 150 degrees in parts of the Middle East. No. And the Lord is displeased with what's going on in the Middle East, man. All right. His land have been given out for a prey. All right. His pit, Jerusalem. All right. Israel have been given out his pit. All right. His favorite land have been given out for a prey. Okay. To the wicked. All right. And and you know, the Lord got a controversy with the people that's running his holy land, man. All right, you got the defiled people of the earth, the most wicked forsaken, the forsaken and most wicked haters of the Most High, man. All right, and spearheading that in there, man. You got them nasty ass Arabs in there, okay, battling for a land that's not theirs, man. You got the heat index is the measure of how hot the air actually feels when temperature and humidity are favored in or factored in. All right. Then all you had prior to this heat wave, you had poor air quality all over the place. All right. You just have poor air quality. I believe it started up east. All right. I mean up north, Salakia. Northeast, you know, and then it came down to the south. All right, and this poor air quality just popped out of nowhere, man. Okay, just from nowhere. It says in the Middle East this week is beyond repressive. It says Persian Gulf International Airport in Iran reported a heat index of 152 degrees Fahrenheit and 66.7 degrees Celsius today at 12:30. Those are intolerable conditions for human and animal life, man. It says in heat index north of 150, the human body struggles to cool off by sweating, leading to potential lethal overheating. We know these extreme temperatures are killing people right now, climate researcher Cascade Tulusky told the Washington Post. The regional temperatures alone have been quite alarming. In Iraq, the temperature has been above 110 degrees Fahrenheit every day since June 24th, and there's no reprieve in sight. The capital of Tunisia recently experienced temperatures above 120 degrees. Muslims on a pilgrimage to Mecca and Saudi Arabia endure temperatures as high as 110. Death Valley is pushing 130 degrees. The national park in California stretch of the Mojave Desert frequently clocks some of the hottest temperatures on the planet. On Sunday, an official recording by the National Weather Service found that Death Valley was 128 degrees. As is common in the park, there were several groups of tourists there to experience the brutal temperatures. Whatever. It says a 52-year-old even pulled off a dangerous stunt running a mile in the dark Vader getup. In Las Vegas, 150 miles to the east, residents are experiencing regular 110-degree days. Passengers passed out in their seats on a Delta plane on a tarmac at the Harry Reid International Airport on Monday, and the flight had to be canceled. You know, before the plane even took off, they passed out, man. There have been 20 straight days of heat above 100 degrees in Phoenix. On Tuesday, Phoenix broke a record set in 1974 with 19 straight days of temperatures above 110 degrees. With 117-degree temperature on Wednesday and north of 110 temperatures for the next week, it is quite possible that Phoenix will break the record again in the coming days. The weather is taking a toll on the most vulnerable in Maricopa County, with 12 hot heat-related deaths in the first week of July and 54 more deaths expected to be caused by heat by the Maricopa County Department of Public Health. Thanks to the heat dome parked over much of the south and southwest, millions of Americans have faced even hotter summers than usual. In El Paso, the temperatures has been over 100 degrees for a month straight. The Gulf of Mexico is oppressively hot. Let me be reading everything. It says the heat of the Gulf, coral reefs, and the threat of hurricanes moving over the high water. And that's another thing we got to be alarmed and think about, right? Especially down here where you know, we live on New Orleans, Brothers GMS New Orleans, right? We deal with hurricanes severely, right? And by it being so hot, right, that send forth the water. It stir up the water, and they could play with them harps, you know. And this devil, and then anything when a hurricane come, remember that's the spirits of the Lord. Vengeance is of the Lord, so that's the Lord sending that through. So let's make sure we understand that. You know, we could put things on these devils, but the powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So the Lord's still working on their minds to create these, you know, these evil spirits, man. And vengeance for created for vengeance. Spirits created for vengeance. It says hurricanes travel slower over warmer surface temperatures, creating more time for them to grow stronger before hitting the coast. Rightfully so. It's been staggeringly hot in China, and the Lord making it hot in all these different places because a real war is about to start. All right, that real fire is coming, right? You know, so the Lord giving you a preload of how hot it's gonna really get, man. Then He gonna end it all in fire. Beijing is hot. See, Italy is baking, right? Due to this time, you know, I could just kind of read all this, but this, you know, it was a good, pretty much article that went into them all, because I was gonna get like separate articles to say these points. And Greece is burning. Hey, and Greece is burning. How that sound? Right? Like the Lord is putting these global places, right? These cross-country people. And the Lord deal everywhere. We just know what's going on in America because we're not stationed and placed in these places. We don't get the information of what's going on. But the Lord torching the earth, man. All right? The whole earth is wicked. Other than the inhabitants thereof, okay? The rulers. Greece is burning, man. Footage shows firefighters in Greece scrambling to put out multiple fires that have broken out amid hot, dry conditions. You're going to just start seeing, you know, wild things happening, man. Okay? All together. Right? Eye-popping, you know, worldwide heat waves, man. This climate crisis. But this all have to do with the agenda to what they want to push forward as well. All right? Is, you know, they can be using their left hand sorcery machines and harp, you know, whatever, right? The push this matter, okay, to ultimately to what to force you people on, you know, life changing. They gonna use crisis, climate crisis, and you know, agendas and different things so they could push you to this life changing solution, man, that they have, man, which is that RFID, man, that microchip, you know, and that get down, that one government, man. You know, all this is to push you into a cone of that. But let me get these precepts and get out of here. All right. Some quick pre's. This is Sirach. I think it's 43. I'll start at 1. It says, the pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven with its glorious shew. The sun, when it appeareth, declaring at its rising a marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High. So whatever temperature the sun is giving off, or whatever is coming out of the firmament of the Lord, right? Or the Shemayim, the heavens, right? You know, it's a glorious show. So whatever the Lord declaring or making clear of the sun, right, is a marvelous instrument of the Lord. Okay, so we know any workings in it is done by the Lord and for the Lord. Let's put that out there first and foremost, right? Says at noon it parched the country, and who can abide the burning heat thereof? And it's literal burning heat of it, man. You know, Jay, we got to go and work in it. And I mean, let it be so. You know, if this the way the Lord, with the Lord, we work whatever the Lord want to do with his creation, man. You know, as long as we're able to serve the Lord He protect us from it, man. We cool with it, man. We good. It says a man blowing a furnace is in works of heat, but the sun burneth the mountains 3 times more. And these mountains are these governments or these greater people, these smaller hills, or even just the regular area people, man. You know, just the people they using for population control, all right? Or whatever. Like just the goyim, you know. The sun is really burning them, man. All right? Breathing out fiery vapors and sending forth bright beams. It dimmeth the eyes, man. Okay? It says, great is the Lord that made it, and his commandment runneth hastily. So any commandment that the Lord put to the sun to turn the sundial down, to hide it, whatever he would want to do, he can do as he will with the sun, man. All right? And any commandment he choose to use, or he command the sun to do whatever, hey, let it be so, right? Let it be so. All right? This is Wisdom of Solomon. I think it's 16. Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 27. It says, for that which was not destroyed of the fire being warmed with a little sunbeam soon melted away. Hey, it get to the point where people is gonna, the sun gonna touch people and they melting away, man. Dead wise. And obviously, they're going to keep that under wraps. They're going to say a few people died so you could continue to battle against the climate change, you know, because Kamala Harris, that's what I wanted to read. She went to, it was a speech in Denver, right, on June 16, 2023. The students take action on the climate change in a Denver speech. It says to use their summer break to organize around climate action. How are we going to take, like, what are we going to do for as climate action? Like, what are we going to take toward the climate when the Lord is clearly in control of this, man? But, hey, again, you got the vice president, a N-dub, a nigger woman, or whatever she is, right? Giving advice. You know, but that's, again, we got to watch those things. It says that it might be known that we must prevent the sun to give thee thanks, and at the day spring pray unto thee. All right, and this is, you get, obviously when you be rebellious towards the Lord, it's talking about ungodly men, right? Also the godly as well, you know. It's like it is a mixture in this chapter, you know, but it says, for the hope of the unthankful shall melt away as the winter's hoar frost, and shall run away as unprofitable water. So, you know, the Lord gonna deal with every man in this time. All right. And the Lord is just cooking this place. But he's heating up the pot ultimately to what? To make it boil over and end it in fire. All right, fire and brimstone. So Abba Ratazada was edifying, man. Till next time, I say shalom.